We have a 2019 Silverado that is cutting off while driving. Let me show you how to diagnose it. So basically what was happening is when you drive the vehicle under heavy loads, such as turning at a slow speed, the vehicle actually cut itself off and cut back on almost immediately. So after scanning the vehicle for codes, we've got codes in almost every module, and one thing they all have in common is low voltage. So we have a bunch of low voltage codes all across the board. So let me show you how to test the battery and starter using the PicoScope, and we're also going to test the battery cables. So first we're going to test the battery. So I've got one channel hooked up to the battery post, and on the second channel I've got an amp clamp hooked up to the negative battery cable. In PicoDiagnostics, we're just going to go right here to battery test, and you just have to fill out some information about your battery itself, and once we fill that out, we'll start the test. All right, now we're going to start. It's going to tell you to crank the engine up. We'll go ahead and do that now. And you're going to leave it running because it is going to wait for the alternator to kick on. And it'll tell you when to cut it back off. All right, so here goes our results. So we've got the starter draw in red. We got battery voltage in blue up here. And we've actually got all the information from the test down here at the bottom. So it shows our battery has a state of charge of 70%. It dropped down to 9.45 volts during the starting event, and the starter drew 573 amps. It shows the battery has an internal resistance of 5 milliohms, and the battery tests 674 cold cranking amps, and it's rated for 800. One more thing to take note of is this resistance right here, 16.5 milliohms. So I believe they use a math channel of channel A, which is voltage, divided by channel B during the starting event to calculate that resistance amount. So basically those results show that our battery is testing fine at this time and does not appear to be the cause of our issue. So now let's go through and test each battery cable separate. I'm going to show you how to do that using an oscilloscope. All right, so first we're going to test this positive battery cable right here. So this is known to give issues on these trucks. And the way we're going to do it is use two separate channels and a math channel across both of them. So for our connections, we've got one channel connected to one end of the battery cable and one channel connected to the other end of the battery cable. And then we just stacked our grounds on the ground of the battery. On the scope itself, I've got both channels set up on a 20 volt scale, because that's how PicoScope works. So we've got 0 to 20 and 0 to negative 20. And our time base, I'm going to keep it on 5 seconds. That's going to give me enough time to crank it up, come back, and be able to stop the capture. And I also added a 20 kilohertz bandwidth filter. The last thing we're going to do is go to our map channels, and I'm going to use channel A minus channel B. So everything should be set up now. All we have to do is crank it in clear flood mode, and I'll show you why. All right, so here goes our capture. So this is the cranking event right here where it drops a lot, and then I let it sit there and continue cranking until it's stabilized. So that's the section we want to measure, not the initial drop. And this is our math channel of channel A minus channel B. So this is going to show us the difference in voltage between the two channels, which will give us our voltage drop measurement. So to actually see that, we can use these cursors, put one right there, past the initial drop, and we'll put another one still within the cranking cycle right here. And then we'll go over here to measurements, and we want maximum. And then for the setup, we want it on the map channel A minus B, and we want to put it in between the rulers. And that gives us a value of 306 millivolts. So we're losing 306 millivolts while this thing is being loaded. The specification for that battery cable is only 100 millivolts. So that cable is way out of specification and is definitely causing part of our problem, if not all of it. So now let's go through and test the negative battery cable. To set up for the negative cable, we actually only need one channel, because the way the oscilloscope works is it measures the potential difference between both of these leads of the channel. So we're going to leave one cable on one end of the battery cable, and we're going to connect the other side to the block because that's where the battery cable bolts to. And that's all the connections you need to make. For the scope setup, I'm still going to keep it on 5 seconds so that I can crank it up and get back out in time. And for our voltage scale, I'm actually going to put it on a 2-volt scale. That way, we should be able to capture the entire waveform and get good definition out of it. All right, so here goes our capture for the negative battery cable. So we're just going to set up the measurements the same way. We want to have the maximum, and then we want to go in between the rulers, which I need to put out. So again, we just want it to be somewhere within the stabilized portion of this cranking event. And that's going to give us a measurement of 388 millivolts. So the specifications for that cable is 200 millivolts. So it looks like both of our battery cables have got excessive resistance causing excessive voltage drop. So this truck is going to need battery cables amongst some other things for the other issues it has. But I just want to show how you can measure voltage drop and do a starting system test using the PicoScope. If you found this video helpful or interesting, then follow me for more.